Hello, my friends. The dust has settled a little, and so today I want to discuss All Stars 10. What worked, what didn't, how it could be improved, etc. Plus, I'll be comparing the rest of the cast to the original season. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I have a lot of issues with All Stars 10. At this stage, it's my least favorite drag race season of the year. However, it is better than Global All Stars because at least we didn't have a whole lot of xenophobia and bullying and disrespect toward the international queens. Can you tell I'm still bitter? In my opinion, the worst drag race seasons are the premeditated ones. It's the ones where production has already crowned a winner before the season has begun. And normally they try to be a bit more subtle about their intentions, but All Stars 10 was so blatant and obvious they weren't even trying to hide it. This tells me one of two things. One, they actually think their audience is that stupid, or two, they just don't care in the slightest whether we notice or not. As Drag Race has grown and evolved, I've heard a lot that it is a reality show first and a competition second. And whilst I do see that, there has to be a balance in order to gain and sustain viewership. If you set up an entire season for just one person to win, giving 17 other contestants absolutely no chance to do so, it takes away from viewer enjoyment. If Drag Race truly cares about its viewers, it needs to stop interfering so heavily. Because here's the thing, no matter if you've been Team Ginger from day one, her win was very unsatisfying. And an unsatisfying win does not make a good season. Now, I need you to all understand that there is a difference between an opinion and hate. I do not hate Ginger, not even close. I like Ginger a lot. I think she's incredibly talented and overall a very good winner for the Drag Race franchise. In fact, I was one of the few that wanted her to win season 7 over Violet. However, if we rewind to All Stars 6, Ginger had incredibly low fan engagement. Production were pushing for her to win back then, but when they saw that fans weren't living for her, they had to pivot and crown Kylie instead. And getting a Kylie win is the reason I think All Star 6 was so successful. So why cast Ginger again a few years later and expect a different reaction from the fans? Because the fan reaction this time around was even worse. This was now Ginger's 4th time competing and 3rd time on an All-Stars season. And just casting her alone, fans knew exactly where this was going to go. And honestly, one day, if Ginger is cast for All Winners, I see fans reacting the exact same way. Not all fans, I don't speak for all, I just speak for most. In my pre-season spoiler chat, I said that I would reserve my judgment until the end. If I got to the end of All Stars 10 and could honestly say that Ginger was head and shoulders above the rest, I would concede. And honestly, Ginger is that good, which made me all the more angry at production. Because the real tea is they didn't need to interfere so much. Ginger could have easily made the merge without so much riggery. They should have let her talent speak for itself. And I do believe the fans would have softened towards her if she didn't win every single challenge and every single confessional highlight how amazing she is. Show, don't tell. Let us witness it for ourselves. Shoving something down our throats will always have the opposite effect. Moving forward, I do hope they learn from this and that All Stars 11 is done differently. Keep the wins evenly distributed, and more importantly, actually give the queens a chance at winning. Because the saddest part about All Stars 10 are the missed opportunities. Think how amazing a Bosco vs Lydia top 2 would have been. Think about an Irene the Alien win. Think about an Aja vs Denali top 2. The list goes on. Instead, we were presented with a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Those smoke and mirrors being the queens get to hand out MVQ points. The wildcard lottery gives an eliminated queen a chance of entering the competition and maybe winning. The bracket system, etc. And we're supposed to believe that all of this is fair. But in the meantime, production are controlling who's in the top, who gets their ball picked in the SmackDown, who gets chosen for the lottery, etc. to push their agenda. Not a single queen ever stood a chance. It was the Ginger show the minute she said yes to the call. What worked in All Stars 10? I would say Irene the Alien's redemption, but also, let's be real, it only worked out well for Irene because she was in a bracket that wasn't Ginger's. Because the minute Irene made the merge, she sort of faded a little because Ginger was now in the merge. I love seeing Nicole Paige Brooks again. I love the rapping roast. Lydia making the top 3 after having just competed on season 17. And Cynthia doing really well in her bracket despite being overlooked. The runways were also spectacular, especially from queens like Bosco. So let's compare the queens to their original seasons. I did the rest in the respective bracket chats that you can go check out. First up, we have Cuckoo, and I absolutely prefer her in All Stars 10. She did consistently well in her bracket, despite being criminally overlooked, and I'm so glad she made the merge, even though she went home straight after. Now, Mistress is a really interesting one to compare because I definitely prefer her on season 15. She was a lot more controversial this time around, rubbing a lot of the queens the wrong way, and fans as well. Also, on All Stars 10, there was something off about Mistress. I feel like she lost her shine a little bit. I missed the silly, fun drama that she brought on season 15, and dare I say, her drag was even better on her original season than it was on All Stars 10. Next up is Irene the Alien, and this is a no-brainer. I obviously prefer her on All Stars 10. She literally went out first in season 15. In All Stars 10, she dominated her bracket and showed us some of the best looks we've ever seen. This is, dare I say, the best redemption any queen has ever gotten in Drag Race history. Now we have Aja, and when I compared her to her original season in All Stars 3, which you can check out, I said I preferred her in All Stars 3. And I still think that's sort of true, although I have to say, I really love Aja in All Stars 10 because she's a fully realized trans woman, but I love All Stars 3 Aja for her breakout moments, so it's hard to choose. Up next is Daya, and I love her the same amount. She was great on both seasons and just somebody I can never get enough of. Bosco I prefer on All Stars 10. Like Aja, she is now a fully realized trans woman, but also, to be honest, I didn't really vibe with Bosco on season 14. And maybe it's because she wasn't 100% comfortable within herself. This Bosco was present, she was here to compete, she knew she was the shit, and I just loved every moment she was on screen. Lydia, I love the exact same amount, and maybe it's because there hasn't been that much time between both seasons. But I'm just so proud of her. She should be thrilled with her performance on both seasons. She did an amazing job. Okay, Georges I prefer on All Stars 9, and here's why. Georges had a lot of breakout moments on All Stars 9, like the roast, and proving to everybody that she's more than just a fierce performer. In my personal opinion, in All Stars 10, it just felt too soon for her to return. So I wasn't cheering as much for her from the sidelines. But I have to say, by the end, I really felt like she deserved to win, and my heart truly broke for her, because that final lip sync was hers. Now we have Ginger Minj, our winner, and for me, my favourite version of Ginger is on All Stars 6. I know the fans didn't really enjoy her, but that is my favourite showing of hers. I think Ginger shows some of her best work on All Stars 6. Great lip syncs, some pretty good runways, and solid performances. All Stars 10 Ginger was just too forced down our throats. People were not excited. All Stars 2 Ginger was very short-lived, and while Season 7 Ginger is where I fell in love with her, she had a lot of refining to do. So All Stars 6 is peak Ginger for me. So my friends, these are my honest thoughts and feelings about All Stars 10. It's a shame because we had such a great start, and then we hit that purple bracket and it all went downhill. And as much as I do feel bad for Georges not winning in the end, I still don't like the fact that her and Ginger were the top two. We had just seen Georges, and this was Ginger's fourth time. And them being the top two means it takes away from other queens to have made the top two, queens that really deserved a second chance and a chance to shine. But you know what? If we can get through Global All Stars, we can get through anything. Thank you for sticking with me on this journey. Please give me all the tea. It's very obvious that the international seasons are absolutely outshining the US franchise at the moment, and I'm here for more. So let's talk about this, and I'll be back very soon with another video.